Brothers and sisters, today let's talk about envy. That's a word which came in me as I was reading uh, uh, Romans chapter 1, verse 29, and talking about reading about this part of the Bible. And then when you reach that point, verse 29, the Apostle Paul, which I'm, I'm assuming that is the one who wrote this part, and start talking about people who didn't value God and people who ignore God. They start worshiping the creature and giving more value to creature than the creator. And this word envy came up, and I thought about it, that this being envious, having envy, happen multiple times among us, and sometimes we take it lightly. This is deadly feeling, envy. In envy, it's gonna lead you to kill. Envy, lead you to have strife, and it's gonna invite anger. They are the same kind of birds who are flying together. When you have envy, it's not a good thing to babysit. It's not a good thing to let grow. You have to fight envy. If you have to examine yourself. Am I envious? Am I envying somebody? Why am I this angry at this person? Why I don't care much about that person? As a Christian, we need to care. We need to feel. We have to help people. We have to make sure we communicate the love of God. How do you feel about some people? Is it out of envy, or it's just because they are doing something which is not godly? That's why you're angry at them. Your anger, is it really a godly thing, or you are envious? Look what is written here in Romans chapter 1, verse 29. They have, those people ignore God, they didn't like God, they don't recognize God, even though they have the information about God. They have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossips. We could talk about all those different qualifications that the Bible gives here, but today we talk about envy. Envy. Are you envious? Can you examine yourself and be bold and say the envy doesn't come to you? You don't have envy. It's not out of envy you did something. The Bible tells us not the right thing to do, having envy. So we have to examine ourselves and work that way. Sometimes out of envy, you ignore somebody just because you see them excelling. So I passed some time trying to understand what is envy itself. And this is the dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary. I hope I'll get it right. It said the verb envy. Let's start with the word envy. The verb, excuse me, I have mostly here. I'll start with the verb. The verb envy is a desire to have a quality, possession, or other desirable thing attributed to belong to someone. Desire to have some attribute, some possession that belong to someone else. That's envy. Are you envious of somebody? Yeah. That's the verb. That they even say it can be jealousy. It can be jealousy. Envy could be jealousy, could be I just wanna I'm sorry, I just have to find what envy is a feeling. I wanted to start from there. So as a noun, because this year we're talking about a noun, and the verb together, envious, to be, to envy, to envy, or envy as a noun. A noun is a feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused in someone concerning someone's possession, and that's envy. It says so. Let me read it again. So envy is a feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused in someone's about someone else's possession, qualities, or lack. So if it says she felt a tingle of envy for the people on the board, or you felt envy because of someone excelling, or somebody seemed to sound like it's smarter than you are, you're envy, then you start insulting that person in your heart. I was thinking that maybe we could even talk about the cure of that feeling of envy is to give credit, is to recognize God in that person, on that word, to thank God for their ability of doing things, to thank God for that person who is excelling. And that's happened also even in Christian world, where another Christian is excelling in church or excelling wherever they are, and you look with envy. You say, God, that's good. Was supposed to be my best, Lord. No. Give credit to her. When your time comes, God will elevate you. Because envy will lead you to killing. Envy will give you to do things which are not acceptable. So, if we go, we read Romans, and we understood that really envy is a bad thing. It's among these things which not acceptable, and which God gave us through the one who gave us chapter 129. It said that they have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, and so on. Look at what is written. Let's try to find something else again. Let's take number. In Numbers, in the Old Testament, in case you don't know, Numbers chapter 11, verse 29, it said, "But Moses replied, 'Are you all jealous?'" Other versions, like the American King Version, say that Moses replied, Are you envying for my sake? I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his spirit on them. Here it was about when the people noticed that after Moses, I believe Moses talked to God and was complaining out. The people are really pulling him here and there and talking about it. He was overwhelmed, and God suggests that he's going to put his spirit in some of the leaders of Israel. They're also going to help him. And then when other people noticed that in among them, there are people who had the spirit now, they were prophesying. So they came to Moses that, look at such person and such person and such person is doing such and such. So Moses said, are you envying for my sake? He said, I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his spirit on them. Envying will lead you to selfishness. But Moses said, I'm not that selfish. If all the Lord people could have it, that would be a good thing. Are you that way? or when you're excelling, you want everybody to be lower so that they can look at you. Wow. They come to you for everything. You know, when you see somebody start excelling, he was doing better than you. You are envying the person. You wanna have that place so that everybody can look at you. No. That's not a Christian life. That's not the best way of living as a Christian. Let's look another verse. Let's talk about 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 3. For you are yet carnal. The Apostle Paul said, for where there is among you envy and strife and division, are you not carnal and walk as men? Here the Apostle Paul is talking to Corinthians that where there is envy and strife among them, they are carnal. They're not spiritual. When you are in spirit, envy is not part of it. Another way I can even exaggerate here that when you are a Christian, envy is not supposed to be part of it. Elevate people. Be happy for the people to excel, to go forward. And when you are not happy, you bring division, you bring envy, and you bring issues among you. So that's what I want to tell you, that envy is not good. So for me, I have to stop here. I have too many verses and chapters I prepared, but time is up. I have to stop. So God bless you. I'm looking forward and seeing you again. We're going to be talking about other words or other chapters, other verses. And then God bless you. I hope you got something, and stay tuned and stay connected, and we will continue working on it. I love you. See you next time.